Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. It is here. We are going to find out not only if, but when Republicans sweep the House and the Senate. Hit subscribe to my super chat. I cannot do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy these live streams, and we're going to have a very important one at 6 p.m. Pacific. So be here, ladies and gentlemen. The link to the 6 p.m. Pacific live stream will be below, and I'll go ahead and put that link up. The link to the 6 p.m. Pacific, ladies and gentlemen, live stream will be below. It'll be below in the pinned comment and the description. Hit notify, so make sure you get notified for the 6 p.m. live stream. So when you click that link, or when you go to the community tab, hit notified or get notified so you can get notified for the 6 p.m. Pacific live stream, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have live, up-to-date, the polls have not closed yet. Everyone is there. And, yeah, man, today's your day. Thank you for what you do. Yeah, man, thank you. Yeah, man. Thank you. One of the great names in this channel's history. Greatly appreciated. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for starting off the Super Chat. Your Super Chat support's greatly appreciated. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding like some people. But ladies and gentlemen, be here for the 6 p.m. Pacific live stream. We are going to go through each of the contests and see just how far ahead Republicans are, or how close they are. Adam Laxalt, I expect. So let's just go ahead. We'll do this on the interactive map. Yeah, man. Thank you so very, very much. Real Person Jedi. Hello. Thank you so much to my super chat. Thank you very, very, very much. So let's go ahead and do this. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that if you look at the map and you look at, because we're going to have about 30 seats up in the House, so it's going to be a pretty decisive victory in the House. Nevada is going to go red, okay? I think we should find out tonight. New Hampshire is huge, people. Don Bolduc in New Hampshire. That will be huge. If he can do that, we'll find out tonight if, without a shadow of a doubt, the Senate is Trump Republican. Elizabeth! Thank you, Elizabeth. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, Elizabeth. Pivaronis, thank you. Yeah, man, Real Person Jedi, Elizabeth, thank you so very much. Tommy, thank you. Eric, Samurai, everybody here. Cash Flow, everybody here. Obi, thank you so very much. So, I do think Elizabeth, Real Person, and yeah, man, I do think that we can get Nevada. I think we can get Nevada, and I think we could get New Hampshire. If we get Nevada, let's just say we don't get New Hampshire. Let's say that's blue. Okay? Let's say that's blue. You still have the Senate just with Nevada before Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, democracy. Because democracy, we might not know tonight. We might not know tomorrow. We might not know. There could be a runoff in Georgia. I think at the end of the day, if you have Adam Laxalt winning tonight, I'm expecting him to win, and I'm expecting to find out tonight. Real Person, thank you. I'm expecting to find out tonight about Nevada. I'm not expecting to find out. Pen Pond, hello. Thank you for watching in Australia. I'm not expecting to find out about even Arizona. I think Arizona will be red. I mean, this is what I think. I think Arizona's going to go red. Let's just give New Hampshire blue. I think that Don Bolduc will win. But Maggie Hassan, maybe she has a machine there. Who knows? But even without New Hampshire, eventually you get Georgia. Herschel Walker will win Georgia. Okay, eventually. Whether it's a runoff or whether he wins it outright. Pennsylvania, let's just say in the impossible or improbable chance that Mashed Potato Brains 2.0 wins, you still get the Senate. So they have to flip Pennsylvania, but see, again, you would have too many victories. There's too much momentum. Also, Oz is taking Pennsylvania. So what am I? I mean, I'm not even going to entertain the notion that whale sounds. I mean, like, if Biden and Fetterman spoke to each other, I'd have an easier time deciphering a pod of dolphins speaking to a bunch of whales. Like the sonar. I would actually understand that like a lot better than Fetterman and Biden speaking to each other. But you're looking at 53, 54 seats. You're looking at 53 or 54 Republican seats. Okay? That's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to happen. In addition to that, you have to thank Democrats. Thank you, Democrats. Everybody say, thank you, Democrats. Democrats spend tens of millions amplifying for Make America Great Again. Make America marvelous. You have to say it the way Mashed Potato Brains Joe says it. So, Dems funding MAGA candidates, a mega mistake. Get it? You get it? Dems funding MAGA candidates, a mega mistake. CNN, you get $53 million. They pumped $53 million. I'll do a short on this tomorrow. You'll have a short. $53 million. Okay? $53 million, people. Does that make any sense to you? Do you see this right here? Democrats pumped, hoping for easier opponents. Democrats pumped, yes, because the milquetoast, fence-sitting, never Trump Republicans are so fantastic. Yeah, man! You deserve it. Thank you. Yeah, man. Thank you so very, very, very much. I love the name. One of the great names in this channel's history. I've had amazing names. The Secret Spaceship. I've had amazing names in this channel. But yeah, man. Thank you so very much. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I do appreciate that. I know this is a difficult. Biden's economy is a difficult, terrible economy. So I'm just going to go ahead and thank you. Yeah, man, thank you so very much. I'm glad you're here today. I'm glad you were here today. Elizabeth, everybody here, I'm glad you're here. And be here 6 p.m. Pacific tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 6 p.m. Pacific. Go to the link on the community tab and hit also, go to the link on the community tab and hit notify. So if, for example, YouTube itself doesn't send out notifications, you'll always get notified. Yeah, man, thank you so very, very much. Howdy, Ags, hello. Pretty soon, I think I'll break 200,000 pretty soon. Pretty soon. So let's just look at $53 million. So they spent $19 million in 8 states. Democrats have spent more than $53 million. Only Democrats would do something like this, just like when they elevated, thank God, Donald Trump in 2016. Then they blamed the Kremlin. Okay? They always do this. They always do this. Then when it doesn't work, it's like being with a significant other. Have you ever been with a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife or a husband that blames you for their mistake? That's like the Democratic Party. Okay? That's like the Democratic Party. They will blame Republicans for forcing them to fund Republicans to the tune of $53 million. Pony Soldier, hello. Sean, hello. It's party time, everybody. Party time, excellent. So, Sean and Pony, thank you so very, very much. Yeah, man, thank you. $53 million. Okay, let's do a poll. Why didn't Democrats use $53 million to fight homelessness instead of helping us win tonight? Let's see, because they always all right, so here's so here's a Elizabeth, thank you, yeah man, thank you. So they spent $53 million funding Trump Republicans who are against wars. So maybe that's why. Maybe there's classical liberals. There are classical liberals who want Trump Republicans to win, but they spent $53 million. Why didn't Democrats use $53 million to fight homelessness instead of helping us win tonight? Because that would be noble, and because they're not good at politics. So $53 million. Of course, I wrote it wrong. $53 million. Okay. Republicans pick up their first win in Guam. Red wave starts in U.S. territory. Yeah! To the people of Guam, God bless you. Yeah, man. Becoming a member. Thank you so very, very, very much. Red wave, Guam. I love you. If you're watching in Guam, I love you. Okay, so Republicans pick up their first win in Guam. That's right. It's starting. We're back. Yeah. Love it. I'll take any victory. I love it. I love it. Yes. All right. Fantastic. Republicans pick up their first win in Guam. Red wave starts in the U.S. territory as early results show Island has elected its first GOP delegate to Congress since 1993. So goes Guam, so goes the rest of the United States of America. Fantastic. God bless the people of Guam. I mean, God bless them even if they had voted Democrat, but thank God they voted Republican. Because why would you vote Democrat unless you like inflation, recession, nuclear armament, a nuclear confrontation, God forbid, ICBMs above? Who wants that? That's right, baby. Kevin, hello. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. So, Ray Burkhart, thank you. Thank you. Pony Soldier, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? If everybody could ask 5 people to sub, I'd go ahead and we'll be past 200,000 very soon. Thank you so very much. We got Guam, baby. We got Guam. Yeah. God bless the people of Guam. Republican Senator James Moylan defeated Democratic Speaker Judy Wan Pat. Fantastic news. Fantastic news. Guam's delegate to Congress is non-voting and has been Democrat since 1993. Now it's Republican. Trump Republican. Moylan will be only the second Republican sent to Washington, D.C. since 1972. The times are a-changing, ladies and gentlemen. The times are a-changing. If you vote Democrat, you must love recession and poverty. because poverty is up under Democrats. They claim to love poor people. They love poor people so much they create the poverty. Democrats have created poverty, single-handedly created poverty. They went to battle against oil and gas, the oil and gas industry, then pumped 200 million barrels of strategic petroleum reserves like a bunch of imbeciles, then begged OPEC, and OPEC gave them the middle you-know-what. OPEC was like, no. Biden said, hey, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, OPEC, man. Come on, OPEC, man. Come on, OPEC, man. Ray, thank you. Peter, thank you. Crochito, thank you. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name, Croquito. Thank you so very much. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. Thank you, Peter. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so very, very, very much. Be here tonight. We're going to have a 6 p.m. Pacific live stream tonight, everybody. Howdy, Axel. I can do 200. I do 225. Maybe 315 I'll do. Howdy, Ags. Thank you. Peter, thank you so very much. Your generosity is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated, everybody. So we got Guam. Guam as the first victory tonight. And Guam is where America's Day begins and has a population of 153,836. God bless the people of Guam. Awesome. Very awesome. So James Moylan defeated Speaker Judy Wampat in the delegate race. Okay, awesome. Awesome. That is fantastic. That is really fantastic. So, that's great. I love that. First ever Republican delegate. First ever Republican delegate. What does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen? And then we have, in addition to that, we have, let's see. Full moon turns eerie red. Yes, look at that. Blood moon photos. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. You couldn't, is this a sign from God? It's amazing. Even the galaxy is like, we've had enough of Democrats. Even the solar system's like, enough! Can't stand them! I can't stand the Democrats! Oh my God, please! Here's a sign! God is like, you will not hear my voice, but you'll here's a moon. It'll turn red. If there's any other, better way of me telling you to vote Trump Republican, I don't know what, but just do it. Nice. Peter, thank you. Meet John Doe, thank you. Meet John Doe, thank you. David Chang, thank you. Creating Wingless, thank you so very much. See you, Revis. Fingers crossed, it's going to happen, baby. It will happen. We got Guam. And, we have Guam. What can I tell you? It was a beautiful thing. That's a huge, huge victory. I can't thank you enough. C. Revis, David Chang. Thank you, David. Thank you so very much. Meet John Doe. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. Peter, thank you. We're going to have a great, let's just have some fun. Dr. Evil 814. Thank you. I have a question for everybody. Okay, is Guam and the eclipse with the blood moon God's way of telling the U.S. to vote Republican? So here. The blood moon. Right here, Dr. Evil 814. Let me know. I don't know all of these signs. All of these signs, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty amazing. I love it. I love it. Or the blood moon in Guam going Republican for the first time ever. God telling us to vote, telling U.S. to vote GOP. I love it. I love it. So we have Guam. Republicans pick up their first win in Guam. Red wave starts in U.S. territory. I do think that, like all hyperbole aside, I think that it is important that we see that. I think that it's going to be, I think that's going to be an indication. Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Am I back? Am I back? My God almighty. And they want all electric car vehicles. They want all electric car vehicles. Isn't that interesting? We can't even handle rain in California. We cannot even handle rain. Okay, so can you even see and hear me? Oh my God. So right when I said, you know what? So I apologize. I thought I was a CNN pundit for a second. I could do what I wanted to do. Oh my goodness. John, hello. Everybody here, thank you. To my super chat again, thank you so very, very much, everybody. Thank you so very, 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 very much. Greatly, 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 greatly appreciated. So awesome. So Jane from the country, hello. So yeah, man, hello. So I apologize for that. It's really, I know. Eric Samurai. You know what's interesting? What's really interesting is that you have certain states that are like, oh, we're going to go all electric car vehicles. We can't even handle the rain in California. We cannot even handle the rain. When it rains, people lose electricity. When it rains. So, I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. So thank you so very much for... thank you for dealing with all of this. Let's continue. If I do get cut off again, to my super chat, Dave, everybody here, thank you so very, 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 Peter, Dave, everyone here, thank you so very, very much. Let's continue. If I do get booted off, just go ahead and wait for me, because eventually it could take 1 minute, it could take 10 hours. The electricity will eventually get back on. But you look, I mean, we're going to wait for Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is going to take probably a week. I mean, it'll probably take a week. And we'll have Mashed Potato Brains 2.0 saying, something along the lines of, when I did, the Democrat in Pennsylvania communicates like Yoda, if Yoda was an alcoholic. That's how bad things have become. So let's look at Pennsylvania results. The interesting thing about Pennsylvania is, like, Biden just the other day said he wanted to stop drilling, which is really bad for, I mean, you have fracking that's important to people of Pennsylvania. Fossil fuels run the state economy, so I don't understand. I understand that they're liberal socially, but I just don't understand. New Hampshire is a huge one, okay? Sharon, thank you. God bless you, Sharon. Thank you. Sharon Dean, thank you. Don Bolduc in New Hampshire. And Sharon, thank you so very much. And God bless you, Sharon. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. To my super chat, thank you. New Hampshire is a very, very, very important contest. I hope the people of New Hampshire want to change. And I think Don Bolduc, I think he's I mean, they have a Republican governor. They already have a Republican governor. So, Sununu. And I think that I think that if you're in New Hampshire right now, if you're watching this, hopefully you voted for Don Bolduc. And if you can vote for Don Bolduc, go ahead and do so. He's a general, a veteran. He's obviously better for the country, not just the people of New Hampshire. You have lifelong Democrats like Kathy Hochul. Like, Kathy Hochul reminds me of the Democratic version of either Cruella DeVille or Leona Helmsley. She's just like, she never really answered any, like, the question about crime is like, well, the laws are in the books. It's like, well, what does that even mean? Crime is up in New York. My God. Zeldin, I hope wins, but you're talking about Tammany Hall, so, I mean, I just, if New Yorkers vote for their best interests, the ladies at The View talked about, like, oh, well, people who vote against their interests they vote Republican. Again, women who vote, no, it's within women's interests or men's interests or everyone's interests to vote for a better economy, a safer streets. Like, what is it about safety, walking? You cannot walk on the sidewalk of a major city in the United States of America run by Democrats primarily. Okay, when Clinton, Madam Secretary, said that the highest crime rates belong to red states, she conveniently forgot to tell you, the way Democrats provide information that generally misinforms, Democrats conveniently forget to tell you that the highest crime rates within those red states are in cities run by Democrats. So like 95% of the cities run by Democrats have the highest crime rates in the country. And no matter what kind of Second Amendment laws curbing the Second Amendment in these blue states and blue cities, you're still going to get criminals that will, invariably obtain those weapons regardless of the laws that prevent them from doing so, because there's something about criminals. What is it about criminals that is interesting that Democrats don't understand? What is it about criminals? Oh, that's right. They don't abide by the law. That's right. Criminals don't abide by the law. So why would they then, why would they care if you added more laws? Does that make any sense at all? But New Hampshire is a huge one, ladies and gentlemen. Nevada is going to be huge, because I think that we'll find out about Nevada tonight. We'll get a pretty good sense of what's taking place tonight. We will get a pretty good sense. If we can get Nevada and New Hampshire, it's party time. It'll be party time no matter what. What's going to happen is we're not going to find out about Georgia. We're not going to find out about Pennsylvania. And we might not find out about Arizona. Okay? We might not find out about Arizona until like a couple of days or even a couple of weeks. At the end of the day, they can democracy all they like. The momentum is with Trump Republicans, no matter how much democracy that happens. So the momentum is with Trump Republicans. So it's a party time. It's basically party time the whole day. We have Guam. So Guam was a huge, and we had help from Democrats, $53 million. Thank you, Democrats, for the $53 million. I'll do a short on this tomorrow. $53 million, people. $53 million. Okay? We had $53 million. Trump Republicans had $53 million. At 53, oh my God, terrible story in Coney Island. Oh my God, I just saw this. Terrible story. you just see people losing their minds. Like these people become monsters. We live in a world where it's like Halloween. Like, you hear like you see these horror movies, but like I would rather see a ghost any day of the week than an actual human monster, which are prevalent throughout the world, and definitely throughout blue states and cities, blue Democratic-run cities. So there was a 24-year-old woman in Los Angeles and a homeless man took garden shears and plunged them into her cranium. And thank God she survived. Thank God. But it's like, it's unbelievable. It's like completely rampant. Democrats who vote Democrat generally, like the people who generally always vote Democrat are generally wealthy or well-to-do or well-off. That's generally the case, okay? They don't really care about inflation. They don't really care about crime. Like, you're voting Democrat, you don't even think that crime exists. Or you think it's not that big of a deal. You think it'll never happen to you. And, you want to do it with the Second Amendment because you could just call police to help you out as you want to defund police. So it's just unbelievable. Like, these things happen. You're reading about things that you didn't read about in 2019. Was there crime in 2019? Of course there was. Of course there was. Was there the type of crime? Did people start losing their minds? What Democrats did, ladies and gentlemen, is that within the past 2 years, media and the Democratic Party, along with bureaucrats, traumatized the American people. They traumatized the American people. And this trauma led to, people losing their livelihood, people losing their jobs, lives being upended, lives lost. How many lives were lost just from shutting down the economy? Okay? How many people lost their lives just from shutting down the economy? Like, people, you don't, like Democrats don't seem to understand. Kevin, hello. Democrats don't seem to understand that when an expert tells a politician to shut down economic activity, that expert could be wrong. Okay? Experts are wrong all the time. We had the greatest minds, the most intelligent Yale and Harvard and Oxford graduated people getting us into Vietnam. Okay? Only the smartest people got us into Vietnam in the 60s. Okay? And they don't understand that an expert can be wrong. Furthermore, it is rational, reasonable, and it's just fine for democracy to be suspicious of Democrats. You're basically an imbecile and a fool if you're not suspicious of both Democrats and never Trump Republicans primarily. You can be suspicious of Trump Republicans, but, they've been investigating Matt Gaetz, they've been investigating Trump, they've been investigating Jim Jordan, they haven't found anything. Democrats level investigations for public relations purposes because then they get media coverage and then it just fizzles and subsides, but then they just go back to the same lies and fabricated hoaxes. Trump never worked with the Kremlin. Now you go 4 years to the day almost. The primary reason that Democrats won the House in 2018 was not because they offered anything special. They wouldn't even vote for Medicare for all on the House floor. They're the biggest bunch of liars and deceitful, conniving cheats you've ever seen in your life. Okay, they cheated Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders doesn't even have the guts and integrity to actually admit he was cheated. It's pretty unbelievable. Okay, it's pretty unbelievable. But the Mueller probe was a huge reason that Democrats won in 2018. Paul Bartlett, thank you. So, and I've been saying Bitcoin, Bitcoin's going to get down to 10 for a long time. The interesting thing is like, it's been holding it around. It's been holding it at around 20, 19, 18 for a long time. It'll get to 10. Unfortunately, I don't want people to lose money, but stock market itself also will tank. The reason it's going up, nobody knows. Maybe they're banking on Republicans protecting us from Biden's terrible foreign policy. The good thing is that if Biden wants to send Americans, which he already has, by the way, to Europe, when he wants an actual full-scale involvement, Trump Republicans will block his terrible foreign policy. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. The good thing, you need Republicans, you need Trump Republicans in the Senate and the House to block any irresponsible military endeavor by mashed potato brains. You don't want mashed potato. You don't want mashed potato brains and his bumbling band of imbeciles and fools to get us into a long-term quagmire, which we're already in because they're very bad at governing. We are in a quagmire already in Europe, but if it was up to the Lincoln Project and the neoconservatives within the Democratic Party who used to be within the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republican Party that Donald Trump kicked out with his gigantic orange boot from the GOP, they're all now in the Democratic Party. If we listened to them, if we had a Democratic Senate, which we won't have in a couple of hours, if we had a Democratic Senate and House, in a year or so, they would have voted to officially send Americans to Europe. Into the country that was invaded. Now we have Trump Republicans to prevent that. The adults in the room have always been the Trump Republicans. They've never been the, Lou Maldonado. Good call on Bitcoin. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Lou Maldonado. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I just think that if you look at the U.S. economy, Democrats have driven it into the ground with their obsession over climate. Lou Maldonado, thank you so very, very much. And I think that Bitcoin is like the canary in the coal mine. I really do. I think it's the canary in the coal mine. I think that you see it plummeting, and eventually we're going to have a too big to fail moment. It's going to be pretty bad. The global economy, the U.S. economy, is on a tightrope. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Lou Maldonado, as always, thank you so very, very much. Thank you. It is only a matter of time, ladies and gentlemen, before the consequences of the spending plans that Democrats passed, when they say, we did so much, it's like, well, you had Congress. You had the House and the Senate. What did you do that was so amazing? Now they say, well, inflation, I was reading that inflation will be at 5%. It'll just always stay at 5%. What? What are you talking about? Inflation was like at 2 to 3%, and even that was like a problem. Okay, by the way, if I lose power, ladies and gentlemen, just log back on, people. Just log back on, and the stream should stay and remain. And be here also at 6 p.m. Pacific, because I will have a live stream at 6 p.m. Pacific, everybody. But you look, ladies and gentlemen, and it's like, just look at crime. Is it worse than 2019? Yes. Is the economy worse than 2019? Yes. Is foreign policy worse than 2019? Yes. In terms of a social breakdown, in terms of every major topic that people care about, and by the way, if you didn't have media obsessing over the climate, most Americans wouldn't even put that in the top 10. I mean, it's still low on the scale or on the ranking of voters. I mean, sometimes you see a poll here, like sometimes you see a poll where, let's just see here, okay, ranking voter priorities. Key facts about voter priorities. Okay, so So here, let's see. Future of democracy. Like, what does that even what does that even mean? The future of democracy. What is that? How is that even? What does that mean? This is like political philosophy. When was the future of democracy ever on the ballot before Democratic strategists said, democracy? Let's see. Hold on one second. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that Biden's approval rating is 42%. I find that very hard to believe. I don't believe that at all. So, I don't believe that. A lot of these polls are complete nonsense. There's no way that 42% of Americans think, yeah, Biden's really good. The economy. Democracy. Democracy it's interesting. It's like, to Democrats, the issue is firearms. Because if you just did away with them, then there wouldn't be crime. But the criminals obtained them illegally, so there you go. Democrats are not very good at basic logic. Basic logic. It's like, economy, top issue. So 49%, extremely important. The second topic, that is not as important as crime, I don't think, for a number of reasons. But then you say firearms policy. What does that even mean? How do you equate? Go to any Democratic-run city and see if the criminals obtain firearms illegally. That makes no sense. Facts and do John! I love your content. Greetings from Scotland. Thank you for watching in Scotland. Love listening to you every day. It is an honor to have viewers in Scotland. Thank you so very, very much. Facts and do John, thank you so very, very much. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'm so glad that you watch. And tell your friends in Scotland about this channel. Thank you so very, very much for watching. It makes me feel really good to have viewers in Australia and throughout the world, Scotland, throughout the world, in the UK. I have viewers, thank God, in Africa, in Asia that watch. I'm just very lucky and thankful. Thank you for watching, John in Scotland. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. It means a lot to me. Exactly. Tree, exactly. Are you better off? UK, hello. Truth Seeker, hello. Are you better off? Are you better off now than you were before? Are you better off than you were? Mete, hello. Lisberg, hello. Are you better off than you were in 2019? That's the issue. 2019 was the last year that Trump had. It was the last year that Trump had where he wasn't besieged by experts and bureaucrats. I would say that immigration is a lot higher. So, but this is also, it's very difficult to actually, when you look at extremely important, how do you differentiate between extremely important and very important? What is that even? I don't understand that with polls. How on earth is that an accurate assessment of anything? It's just extremely important. Is it very important? Moderately important? Not that important. It's usually like, for most people, it's like very important, not that important. How do you decipher between extremely important and very important? What does that even mean? Who are the people that in this Gallup poll that said, the economy is very important for me? The economy is very important for me. It's not extremely important, though. No. Not extremely important. And it's like, firearms policy has nothing to do with crime. Nothing. Crime rates are going up in cities that have the greatest curbs on the Second Amendment. I'm speaking in roundabout terms, but It's kind of interesting, too, because you have these polls, and Democrats worship media, and they also, like, what they do is they have media influence polls, so they think they can actually influence and alter the, Joanne, hello, Texas. I am lurking, hello. They think they can have media alter the importance of certain categories, certain categories, like, oh, the economy, well, it's not as important as other issues. Yeah, you know why this is nonsense? Well, you know why this NPR title is not? Because there's going to be a red wave, and the first topic is not nearly as important as the second topic for a number of reasons. Because if you live in a blue state, you don't really have much to worry about. If you live in a red state, the Democrats have to convince people that their pro-choice vantage point is more logical or rational or reasonable. Okay? So, inflation. Oh, this is hilarious. The January hearings, like, nobody cares about that. Not even 9% of people care about that. If it's 9% of people, it's 9% of the electorate that's just Democrat. Inflation in the economy, if you just use basic logic, the state of democracy, if you want to look at the state of democracy, look at the mashed potato brains below. You can ask yourself, it's funny too, because Democrats, they always bite off more than they can, like, they always try to manipulate the narrative to the point where people start looking at them and saying, wow, democracy. How do we have two Democrats who can't actually form a sentence? Is that democracy? Is democracy inflation? I mean, it's kind of hilarious too. But when you have nobody likes Liz Cheney, by the way, it's like nobody likes Liz Cheney, so they're like, oh, Liz Cheney is pontificating about democracy again. Like when Kinzinger gives his phony, earnest look, like he's like constipated. He's always giving this look like he's like right on the throne, about to, like, he's constipated. He always gives this look like, argh. And like Liz Cheney also does, like, when you're lectured by people who aren't even running because they know the Republican Party would kick them out. They know that they couldn't win in the Republican Party. So let's see if there's any more live midterm coverage. All right, so let's see Nevada. Be here at 6 p.m., people. 6 p.m., everybody. Let's see. Cortez Masto will lose. But here, let's see. So Las Vegas Journal Review. So, yeah, it's by 6 p.m. Pacific on this channel, we'll be able to see pretty much everything. So let's go to Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania. So we'll be able to see everything on this channel. Live polls. House and Senate up for grabs. All right, so let's see. So let's just see. Okay. Vote count will take longer. So there you go. There you go. John, thank you. In Scotland, thank you again. Lou, Paul, everybody here. Sharon, yeah, man. Dave, Pete, thank you. Everybody else, thank you. I can't see everybody for some reason that gave because when my power went out, the list of all the people who gave in the super chat, like the names got taken off. But I just want to thank you so very, very, very much. Just the list of the names who gave, but thank you so very, very much. Vote count. Oh, gee, that's interesting. Gosh, how does that happen? So, safe word. The safe word more. So let's see. Where's the live coverage? To have Fetterman even competitive at all says something about our democracy. It's funny, too, because they're like, oh, the state of our democracy. It's like, yeah, the state of our democracy. How on earth is Mashed Potato Brains 2.0 even close to victory or whatever? Oz will win, but I'm trying to get just here. I'll just do this. New York Times has one. So Pennsylvania Senate NOI Times. There you go. So Georgia. Let's do Georgia. We'll get this ready for 6 p.m. Georgia Senate. Georgia Senate live. Okay. You know what? There will be moments where it's close. And then I think, at the end of the day, you should have a pretty let's see, Georgia Senate. Okay, so let's see. Here are the states where recounts are likely. Wisconsin, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Arizona. So it's the usual. This will be about a week before we really. It'll be Trump Republicans that take over the Senate. Yeah, man. One word. This is informative. Thank you so very much. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. I know, St. Cruz and unbelievable. Thank you, yeah, man. Thank you. Very, very greatly appreciated. So, you look, Georgia Senate live results. So you'll have Nevada, Pennsylvania, Georgia. Now, what'll be really interesting is New Hampshire. That is going to be huge. Absolutely huge, and Arizona. So, New Hampshire results, we should find out today. We should find out today about New Hampshire. Guam, we already found out. And Senate results live. So we got Arizona. So for tonight it's 6 p.m. Pacific. 6 p.m. Pacific. We have Arizona Senate results 2022. So we have Arizona, we'll have Georgia, Pennsylvania, Nevada, New Hampshire, and we'll look at every other contest too. But New Hampshire is going to be an important one, people. New Hampshire will be very important. That's right. There's a lot of great live streams also, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of great live streams also. I think that, I think that when you look, ladies and gentlemen, you look at, Guam is red, the Yahtzee, yes. Guam is the first Republican in ever, I think. Thank you, Eric Samurai. If you look at the most important, really honestly, the two most important tonight will be Nevada, and New Hampshire. Okay? Nevada and New Hampshire. Those will be the two most important this evening. Okay? So that'll be the two most important this evening. Because you go into the next week or so with the understanding that you already have the Senate. If you've won Nevada and New Hampshire, you already won the Senate. And the priorities of voters are the economy by far. Like, people's minds don't work like, well, economy 42%, Roe v. Wade 28.6%. No, it's like, how important is that to you? Very important. Well, what about, Roe v. Wade? Well, it's like, well, yeah, it is, but the economy, I can't afford my bills. I can't afford to eat. What about crime? Yeah, that's really important. Crime and the economy are always, when crime is soaring, it's always the most, by the way, polls close in 39 minutes in Nevada. New Hampshire. Wow, look at that. So by 6 p.m. we will already have a decent idea of what's going on by 6 p.m. We'll have a decent idea of what's going on. So I don't think anybody's calling it for anyone in nobody's calling it for anyone. Nobody's going to call anything until like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. tonight. So if you hear like, oh, this person won, this person didn't win, just wait. Just wait. So let's see here. Circle of Snake. Hello, good night, everyone. Yeah, that's the state of democracy right there. Does he have that tattoo, MP? That specific one? Wow. Wisconsin. Let's look at... No, I don't have any news on Wisconsin, but it should be... Wisconsin should be... Wisconsin. Let's see. Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson should win, like, decisively. So, he should win decisively. A lot of these states have rural areas like Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Arizona and Nevada that always go Republican. The cities go Democrat. So, let's see. Oh, Lord. What are you talking about? Show voters' feeling on democracy. What? Of course, NBC News, typical. There's voters' feelings on democracy. The feelings on democracy. NBC exit poll. GOP has advantage on inflation and crime. Yeah. Tell us something we don't know. Maybe because the inflation and crime are issues that Democrats made worse. Maybe that's why. Joe Valdez! Say my name, say my name. Joe Valdez. Joe Valdez! Hello! Joe Valdez, thank you. Big day today, Joel. Big day. It is going to be a huge day. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go ahead and let's come back at 6 p.m. Do me a favor, everybody. When you come back, or when you look at the 6 p.m. live stream link, go there on the community tab or below in the pinned comment and click notify me. So this way you'll get notified even if YouTube doesn't send out the notification. But we will go ahead and we already have Guam, people. God bless the people of Guam. God bless them even if they voted Democrat, but they voted Republican. Thank God. Thank God. My God almighty. I mean, who wants crime and inflation? Well, Democrats. Their lives are dependent on Trump. See, that's the whole thing. They just obsess over Trump all the time. Okay, hold on one second. Let's just see. CBS News. Oh, nice. This is good. I'll have a little tracker here. Yeah. All right. Nice. So this is America Decides, CBS News. Dun dun dun. So, thank you, Spectrum Woods. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead. Please go ahead and be back at 6 p.m. I will be here at 6 p.m., people. I might be here 6:05 p.m., but just kibitz amongst yourselves. And God bless the people of Guam. We got Guam, baby. So, John, thank you. Let's 2 new members. Thank you so very, very much. To my super chat, thank you. Be here 6 p.m., people. 2.5 hours, people. Be here at 6 p.m. We should have a better understanding of what's going on. We know we have Guam, and we will look at the midterm tracker at CBS News, and we'll see what's going on. I think it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful night. We won't find out officially about Pennsylvania, Arizona, or Georgia, but we will find out officially about New Hampshire. New Hampshire is a huge, we're going to look at New Hampshire, and we're going to look at what's taking place in New Hampshire. Please, people of New Hampshire, you got to get Baldock in there. You got to get Don Baldock in there. Nevada, Laxalt will win. New Hampshire, I think Baldock's on his way to winning, and should be really, really interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Be here at 6 p.m. Pacific. Love trucks.